Greetings from Florida. Today we're working on a 2016 to 2020 Hyundai Tucson. It's a little shaky at the beginning because I'm going to show you how to get the outside handle off, but after that it's back stabilized again. And this is at double speed, so not going to be too long. So we've got a screw behind, no, we don't have a screw there. We've got a screw behind where the switches are, and then there's 3 or 4 wiring harnesses you're going to unplug. Not a big deal. You should be able to figure that out. Just unplug them. Now I'm picking up the camera to show you right there. Push that clip in and you can remove the 2 cables that go to the handles. Now this, hang on, let's see if I can get back to it now. I tried to do this while holding the camera, which was a bit of a challenge. So 10mm bolt right there. I loosened it, and in theory you should be, by the way, you're going to take those screws out too. In theory, you should be able to loosen it, but it didn't work for me, even though I spent some time on it. So I ended up taking the bolt out, because you need to remove the key cylinder, preferably without scratching up the car. It took me a few minutes to figure this out. So again, you're going to be taking out the latch as well. There's 3 torx bolts that I think were T30, if I'm not mistaken, on that hold the latch in. Yeah, this isn't going to work. So, let's see how long it took me. And to the best of my knowledge, these are only available on Hyundai right now. I don't think you can get them aftermarket. I don't think Dorman makes one yet. I put the camera down. I was trying to grab it with both hands. Stick with the video though, it gets much better. I usually don't show taking off the outside handle just because you need 2 hands to do it, but I wanted you to see it. I guess I could have edited this out, but I didn't. You can skip ahead if you want. Alright, we're back. So there we go. So I took and then pull that towards you and gently take it off and remove the plastic gaskets. They tend to fall off at some point in time, so you want to make sure you have them. So take those out, and then you're going to loosen. There's 1 screw right there. You're going to loosen. You don't take it out, just loosen it enough to remove it. All right, now I'm going to put the camera back, and we can get back to some serious filming here. All right, we seem to be good. Actually, I went over and checked. I think I'm adjusting the camera. Yeah, there we go. All right. Let's see, what do I dive into next? The speaker's got to come out, but I'm taking the motor off first. Now, there's 2 problems that these have. One, the plastic gear inside, not the motors are fine. The plastic gear inside strips out, this right here, and that's the common problem. The cables go sometimes on these too. Remove the speaker. And then you've got a whole bunch of clips that hold the wiring harnesses on, so you're going to have to take a pair of needle nose pliers and just pop those out. Take off that sensor or relay or whatever it is. You're going to have to take off the cables from the handle. Be careful, you don't want to break any of that. And make note of which way they went. Makes it easier when you put it together. Now you can slide the glass down. You're going to loosen that 10mm. You're going to have to take that 10mm out. And then put the glass up, suction cup. $10mm all around. And now I'm taking off those 3 T30 torx bolts. And actually it took me a minute, but they were pretty tight, so I ended up switching over to the drill. Yeah, while I got a minute, when you put this all back together, you may need to reset the automatic up and automatic down. To do that, get in the car, start the car, close the door. Put your finger on the button like you want to put the window all the way up, and while holding your finger on the button, continue to hold it for another 10 or 12 seconds afterwards, and that'll probably be all you have to do to reset the automatic. Bosch drill, by the way, the best, barring none. Bosch is the best. I've used everything over the years, and there's no comparison. Oh, and I forgot to take out the two 10 millimeters. Did I forget? Yeah, I think I did. Right there. Yep. Because you don't take those out on all the Hyundais, but on this one you do. So now the whole thing comes out. You're going to unplug the harness from the lock actuator and take that out. And I just wanted to show you for a second, I don't think I showed you long enough, the cables were also rusted on the inside of this regulator, so it was going to go pretty quick either way. That comes out pretty easy. You need to take out those rubber stops on the cables. And now I'm going to get the new one. And by the way, when you pick these up from the dealer, if the box has been opened, open it again. Make sure it's not a damaged one that was put back in there. That happens from time to time. And that slides down into that, like that. And then you're going to gently pull the rubber stoppers, grommets, gaskets, I'm not even sure what you call it. Put your wiring harness back in. There was one small clip on the other side of that wiring harness that I also undid. It wasn't a big deal. All right, line that up. Make sure it's lined up before you start screwing anything in. And as far as that outside handle / bracket that goes to your outside handle, you should be able to get that on no problem. It's not that complicated. I didn't show you, but it's not a big deal. You'll see a couple nubs in the, this is on the outside, a couple nubs in the white part of the plastic that line up. And here I am. Sorry I didn't show you that, but I just didn't feel like grabbing the camera off the thing again. And putting back the 3T30 Torx to hold the latch in, and going to get the paper that got blown away. There was some wrapping paper in the box that I grabbed. Now the clips are already lined up with where the glass is going to go, but before you push the glass down, make sure you put the motor back on, because otherwise it'll just slide down to the bottom. So, and you might put your hand behind there just to be on the safe side. And you get the 3, and I think those were, I think I used 5/32 socket. Obviously it's metric. I'm not sure what the metric is. It's probably a 9, I'm guessing. 9 or an 8. Now I brought the glass down, lining up carefully. And put that bolt in. I felt the other side of it to make sure it went through properly. One more idea. Every 2 or 3 months, lightly Lightly spray the 2 up and down channels that the glass travels in with any kind of WD-40, Power Lube, Pam cooking spray. They dry out and cause the glass to grab, so a little dabble do you. Popping in the rest of the wiring harnesses, the clips that went into it. Let's put the speaker back. Where's the wire? Where's the wire? No, that's not it. Come on, come on. Oh, yeah, that's everything. If you have any questions, you may ask them on here on YouTube. Don't call, but you can certainly ask them on YouTube. If you want me to do this and you're in Tampa Bay, call. I'd be glad to. It's under Power Up Auto. If you do a Google search for us in Tampa Bay, you'll find Power Up Auto. We cover Pinellas, Pasco, Hillsborough, Manatee, and Sarasota. We get around. Zzz. Zzz. And even I was holding it backwards. There you go. Take a minute. They won't fit in the wrong way, but it's just easier to get it in. And now I think I'm putting on the outside handle. We're reconnecting the 3 wiring harnesses on the other side, the handle, the rods to the handle. Goes on pretty easy. I tested it out to make sure everything's good. There's the WD-40 I mentioned. Like I said, lightly, don't soak it. And that's pretty much it, my friends.